Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ysaura Christine. If you're new here, welcome. So today's video, as you obviously already seen by the title, is going to be about the Morphe x Jeffree Star collection. It's his brush collection and his sponge trio. And believe it or not, I did actually get this the day it came out. I went to my local Morphe store in Vegas at Miracle Mile Shops. I know this video is going to be late, and I know I haven't posted in like a month now. But I've actually just moved. As you can see, I have a completely different room now. I am in LA, not Las Vegas, and yeah. I do want to show you guys the products themselves. First and foremost, we do have the sponge trio. It does come with 2 mini ones and 1 large one. These are mainly for highlighting and contouring. However, I more than likely will use them for mostly foundation, concealer, obviously maybe even a liquid highlighter as well. The Jeffree Star brush collection is all in here. So this is the iconic packaging here. All of the brushes are in their own separate packaging. They are both synthetic and natural, so it depends on what brush you're using. There are 7. All of these are super duper soft. Like, I can't get over the fact that they're that soft. Dead. So this is going to be the first brush. This is the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS1. This is the handle and the tip. It is meant to be used for foundation. The bristles here are going to be synthetic. One thing I'm noticing is the ridges here on the handle of the brush. I think that's going to be really good for when I am gripping, getting ready to blend my foundation. This is the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS2 brush. It is called the Point Blank Precision brush. I'm calling this the multi-purpose brush just because it could be used for face powder, for baking, for blush, maybe even like a precise bronzer, or even just wiping away bake. This one is also synthetic as well as far as the brushes go. So the next brush is going to be the JS3 Morphe x Jeffree Star. This is the iconic contour brush. So it is a little bit smaller than I would have imagined for a contour brush, but I think what it'll be good for is maybe a nose contour. It is a small domed brush, as you can see up here. So the next brush is going to be the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS4. It is a typical highlighting brush. What he calls it is the fly high brush. Well, this one obviously is good for highlighting, which is what I'll be using it for. It's definitely natural bristles. You can definitely tell the difference. They're still soft, but I just feel like natural bristles just aren't always as soft as synthetic. But again, that is my own opinion. It is tapered and pointed-ish, kind of fluffy at the tip though if you look a little bit closer. And it does feel a little bit more firm than the synthetic brushes. So the next brush is the Morphe x Jeffree Star JS5. This one is called the Crease Queen brush. Now this one's typically used for the crease or maybe even to transition. It is tapered, it is rounded, and this is actually one of 2 eye brushes that are featured in this collection. So the next brush we have is going to be the JS6 Morphe x Jeffree Star. This one's going to be called the Rule Blender brush. It is a little bit smaller, and if you see, it is kind of a flat tip as well as tapered, but also kind of fluffy at the same time and round. I could see this possibly being used to apply an outer corner shade maybe, and this also is a natural bristle brush. And last but not least, we do have the pretty small JS7 Double Treble brush. Obviously this is for eyebrows. As you can see, there is a very fine tip, super skinny, especially compared to a typical eyebrow brush, but I think this is more for precision. Kind of a plus here, you do get a spoolie on the end, and it is synthetic little tiny bristles here at the tip. So these are all of the brushes, and I'm going to put them back in this cute little bag that it comes with. It's see-through, which I think is kind of cute and like metallic in a way. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and take the brush collection and the sponges and go ahead and show you guys a little bit of a demo. I'm going to do my makeup and I'll tell you guys what I think. Before we get into that, I do want to remind you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell button so that you are notified every single time I post a video. So first and foremost, I took the beauty blenders out of the packaging. At first touch, super firm and actually like soft, which is kind of funny. I am mostly using this for concealer. This is going to be the tip I use for concealer, and then this part I'm going to use after I use the foundation brush and kind of dab it in a little bit more. Just to let you guys know, this isn't going to be some in-depth you know, makeup tutorial. I'm just going to be showing you guys the parts where I do use the collection. Okay, so I did wet this. This is now the size that it is. One thing that I'm noticing, it stayed firm when I wet it, which is kind of weird. Usually they get a little bit more squishy. One thing I will note, I am not a brush person when it comes to applying foundation. Wow. It is super soft on my skin. Definitely picked up the product pretty darn well. I'm really liking how this applied. And I'm sorry if you hear my brother and sister in the back. I babysit them 24/7, so might have to deal with that. Wow. I almost feel like I don't need that sponge. Not streaky at all either, and that's kind of like what I was expecting. Because that's why I don't use brushes to apply. I am still gonna go over it with the sponge though, just to give it that extra sink into the skin. I'm gonna take the other side of the sponge, and it's like the flatter side, to use to blend it under my eyes, because I think that's one of my biggest issues, is blending it right up to basically the lower lash line, making sure that that foundation hits every single part, and even up to like the side of my nose, like right here. And then I'll just use it to kind of blend out everywhere else I put the concealer as well. And actually, that is looking pretty damn beautiful. So this is going to be the JS3. This one is the contour brush. My kind of fear was the fact that it's kind of small, you know? But now that I'm looking at it, I think it goes kind of well. So I do put my contour up a little bit higher, obviously, as you can see, and I bring it low. So let's see what happens. Now this one, already I have to like kind of overblend because it's kind of like a darker shade than I really need. This brush is actually doing an incredible job of blending it out. I don't know if it's just taking a lot of product off, so it's blending well. So I don't know if that could be kind of a fear for anyone else using the brush, but I mean, it's like working for me because this color is so dark already. So it's kind of taking some of the product I put on off and making it lighter. I definitely feel like I would benefit from a bigger brush, still like that dome shaped, you know, and maybe a little bit bigger. And then take a little bit for my nose. Okay, yeah, this brush is amazing for nose contour. It's like the perfect size. Like, I'm kind of like hella impressed with my nose right now. It looks like. So now I'm gonna move on to powder to kind of set my face. I'm gonna start with baking, and I'm gonna take the JS2 Point Blank Precision brush. This is kind of a powder brush basically. So I'm not one to bake like a lot. I just kind of apply powder where I put concealer. It is baking powder, but it's not a whole, you know, crap ton where I bake for like ever, because I do have dry skin. Perfect powder brush, perfect. Super smooth too, and like works super well. I love that. So I'm gonna take the powder brush and grab some blush as well, just because I feel like this would be a good blush brush as well. Yeah, that worked really well. I'm gonna do eyebrows next, and I'm gonna take the JS7 for that. I'm gonna go ahead and brush out my eyebrows. Oh my god. Quick first impression. Picks a product like life. I think I found like my new collection. Like, these are all brushes that I needed. Wow. That's one brow, you guys. I'm gonna do the other one off camera, but okay. So those are the eyebrows all done. I'm sorry if this one looks a little funky. Like, I really tried right now for about 30 minutes and it was not looking like this one. So okay, so the next brush in the collection that we're going to be using is the JS5. This one's typically for the crease. I'm actually going to be using it for a transition color. I mean, I feel like this brush isn't picking up as much as I wanted to, but it is only transition shades, so I mean, oh, it's kind of there. Okay, it might be the palette too. You never know. I definitely see why this is technically a crease brush. It does do a pretty precise job. However, I actually like my transition shades to be a little bit more precise. Alright, I'm going to take the JS6, and this one I'm going to use for more of a crease shade. This is the one that's kind of flat, but also like tapered as well. I feel like it'll be like a little bit easier to get in there. Okay, and that one picked up product super well. And I'm going to go directly into the crease. Yes, this is my new crease brush for sure. So the very last brush we're going to be using is the JS4 highlighting brush. That is this guy right here. So I'm going to see how this one works with the highlight. And of course I'm using a Jeffree Star highlight packed on very, very well. Let's see how it looks on. Highlight the nose. Okay, yeah. This brush kind of did wonders on me right now. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to go ahead before I give my final thoughts, finish the rest of this look off camera, and I will be back to let you guys know what I think. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. Can I just say, I think this is like the best my makeup has ever looked, and honestly, it's thanks to these brushes. The sponges today, I didn't use the small ones, and those just fell, but I didn't use the small ones, but I did use the big one, and at first I thought it was really firm, and like, you know, when blending stuff out, I thought it wasn't gonna work as well, but I mean, look at this. Good to go. So quick recap, I do love pretty much all of these brushes. I wanna say, honestly, the only one I didn't really like was the JS5 brush. This was the one I used for my transition shades, but this brush kind of didn't pick up product as much. The eyebrow brush, I would say the tip is really good for like precise like drawing out of the brows. As far as filling in, probably not too much. Powder brush, favorite. Like this is a really good brush for powder baking and blush. Believe it or not, I'm sure it'll even be good for like bronzer. Foundation brush, again, I'm not a brush person when it comes to foundation, but that was amazing. Contour brush. I don't contour as often, and I've never really had it look like this, and that's what this little guy did today. So really proud of that one. Highlight brush, it's a typical highlight brush, so I didn't really expect too much from it. It did the job of most other highlight brushes. All around, this collection was amazing. Definitely recommend going and buying yourself your own. I know as of now there are collections now at Ulta. He did announce that recently that he does have his collection there. Obviously Morphe does have that collection as well. Really quickly, just like appreciate this look, like dead. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video review / demo. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.